Hey, what are we doing? I have absolutely no idea. What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Cleaning Green Lawn Service in South Georgia. This is not a lawn video. And the question I just asked, what in the world are we doing? I really don't have any idea. Some of you that watch the channel have seen me building and, building toy boxes and doors, and I built cabinets. I mean, I built all kind of stuff. And the truth of the matter is, on most projects, when I start, I have something drawn out on a little piece of paper. Here's a good example. This is laying on my saw. You see that right there? It says 72. That was framing up the goat shelter in my last video. That's my blueprints, okay? It's kind of funny because that door that I just built, that barn door, I had to build it to mirror another door that was in the same room. I had built this door last year for a customer and just said, hey, I need a barn door. I need it this tall, this wide. Okay. Well, I just work with whatever I happen to have in the shop or whatever I order. I mean, obviously I got to use a certain type of material, but I have stuff cut-offs and, just lumber laying all around like this down here. So, the slats in the door. Sometimes they might be out of 4-inch. Sometimes they may be out of 6-inch. Sometimes they might be out of both. The way I trim the door out, all that kind of stuff. I just lay it out and go to work. And so I had to get the guy to pull measurements and say, hey, these boards need to be this wide, these are this wide, yada, yada, yada. So it would look the same. So what I am building today is actually a feeder. And this is what I got so far. That's just a board laying up here, but this is what I got so far is a 2x6, 36 inches long. The reason it's 36 inches long, because I use square hay, and square hay is 36 inches long. Now, a lot of people have patterns for this and cut sheets and all this kind of stuff on the internet. I just like to figure it out as I go. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm gonna take you along for the journey. A lot of this will probably time lapse, and then I'll kind of come back and tell you what I did. So, I'm just figuring it out as I go. Check back with you in a few. Looks like a manger. Ah. All right. Now, you might say, he didn't square anything up. Nope. Sure did not. I think I may actually come and put another board. I don't know if I want to put one at the top there or not. I guess I cut my board up that I was going to put there. But like I said, I figured this out as I go. Now the true test is going to be putting a bale of hay in it. A full bale. Of course, now I got to figure out a way to mount it, and I got an idea how I'm going to do that once I get the shelter done. But let me get a bale of hay and see what happens. How about that? Now, once it goes in there, I'm not doing this now. I'll cut these bands and let it open up. I probably could have built this. I started out with that board there, then I decided to put the 2x4s on top of them. I was going to put them on the end of it. You know, again, just figuring it out as I go. So this overall is only 36 inches wide. Usually a bale is about 36 inches, so I probably, you know, should have probably made this about 40, 42 would have probably been better. But here's the idea behind it. I mean, if you don't know anything about goats or animals, you want to make a place where they cannot stick their heads in there and get their horns caught. If you leave it like a big opening, they'll get their head in there, then they'll get hung behind that, and they can't figure out how to get out. Not smartest. But then what you're leaving under here, you're leaving a place where they can eat off of it. Now, they're going to pull it out and drop some, but they can eat off of this, and as they eat, this bale will just work its way down, you know. Ideally, they would be able to eat under there, but you know. And again, I could take this piece out, and it would drop on down. But the problem is, the bigger the openings you make, they'll want to come up and grab it and just pull out large chunks. And once this hay gets on the ground, they do not want to eat it. They want to eat it up off the ground. Now, I can go out there and dump some on the ground, and they will eat it because it's fresh. But after it's set there for a day, they have nothing to do with that hay. For the most part, they want more hay. So this keeps it up for them, and they can eat off of it. This will get mounted in the shelter. I don't want them getting to the back side, so that's why I just put a solid sheet back there. You know, I could have probably made this base out of a, you know, maybe did a 2x10 or something that would have opened it up at the bottom. But most likely what I'm going to do when I put this in their feeding, I'm going to lean it this way as much as I can so that they can eat from the front of it here. So I think they'll like it. I mean, and they're goats now. If they can find a way to do it, they're going to jump up on top of here and get up on top of it and eat. But another option for this, if you were building one, you know, if you're watching this channel, you're probably not watching me to find out about goats because this is just a little hobby of mine. But you could build a contraption like this and wrap it in 2x4 mesh wire. And the mesh wire will keep them from getting so much hay out at one time. So, you know, that's another option too. So, anyway, that's kind of what I got. So, I don't know. If you just want to see a little small construction project, see something a little different, I'll have another video when I get the shed done with all this stuff installed, and you know, you'll be able to check it out if you got any interest in that. But hey, appreciate you taking time to watch the video. My prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from him. Have a great day.